Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Welcome back to my channel. You guys, today we're going to share with you a little bit about what's going on in our lives and why I have been AWOL from YouTube for the past number of months. We have been going through some pretty significant life transitions, and we're going to kind of share all that with you, as well as share with you what you can expect in this channel moving forward. But first of all, you guys, thank you so much for helping me hit 10,000 subscribers.
Woo!
So exciting. Well, I wasn't even posting because of this break that I had to take. We hit 10,000 subscribers and it's still growing. So thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing this channel with your friends and family. It means so much.
And if you're not currently subscribing, hit like or subscribe in order to get in. You don't want to be outside. Why be outside the 10,000 when you can be in the 10,000?
That's right. Well, above the 10,000 now.
I guess above, yeah.
So, big changes.
Yeah, big things. Yeah, sometimes things seem to happen like really fast when in reality, often there's a fairly lengthy, period of time where it leads you up to these moments where rapid change seems to happen, right? And so that was our case as well. There were years of things happening within our own hearts, within our own minds, under the surface, kind of out of sight, and yet things stirring within us regarding dreams and desires for our own lives, for our family, for our future. And so we just arrived at a place where we really felt compelled.
Like it was time.
Yeah, that it was time. It's time to take a leap, time to take a jump. And so taking a leap, taking a jump, I think is a pretty good description for
what we've done over the last few months.
For what we've done, where we're at.
So we both resigned from our jobs. I worked full-time at a church for almost 24 years, and Jeff worked 2 part-time jobs.
Yeah, I was working part-time at our church and also part-time with my dad in his residential construction company. So now we're unemployed.
Now we're unemployed. Our kids
send checks to
our kids quit their part-time jobs as well. We
sold our house. We packed up everything that we own in a 10 by 13 foot storage unit. After we sold off a bunch of stuff, what remained is now in storage. Yikes, now that I think about it. What have we done?
Yeah, so we don't have any jobs and we don't have a home, and you can probably tell from our background that we are not filming this in a location that you have seen before, because we are now currently in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
It is 4 a.m. and I've been up for about an hour and a half. I can't sleep, so I decided I'm going to get up and make some coffee. This is the state of our Airbnb as of bedtime last night. Most suitcases have been at least partially unpacked. We're going to give ourselves a few days to get everything in order before feeling like, we're settled.
I've been wearing shorts and a t-shirt and flip-flops every day.
I've been dying to get dressed up and wear makeup, so today I got to wear makeup.
Yeah, but it's been nice. It's like 28, 29, 30, 31, pretty much every day here, and so that's been something to enjoy.
So we're going to share with you guys coming up just a little bit of our experience so far, our first impressions of Kuala Lumpur. That's a video coming up next week, as well as a little bit of a scare that we had. I was admitted to the hospital a week and a half ago.
That was scary.
So we're going to fill you in on all that. We've been taking footage for the last number of months that we've not been posting as we've been in this transition of life, so that we could share with you kind of from here on forward. We'll continue to share this with you. But in addition, you will still see a weekly Thursday interior design video. That is not going anywhere. In fact, you should have seen one yesterday that I posted showing a beautiful kitchen transformation. During our transition out of our jobs, I continue to do interior design projects, and I filmed all of those. We also got our house ready to sell, and we finished some renovations that we had been working on in our own home. So all of that is coming. You guys will still get a weekly design video, but in addition to that, you will get 1 to 2 other vlog videos, just kind of bringing you guys along with us and showing you what's happening with our travels, what's going on in our lives, where we are in the world. We don't know kind of what the next season is. We have not moved here. We're taking a sabbatical. We're taking a break, kind of a reset, figuring out what is next for us, where we're going to move, where we're going to live, where the kids are going to go to school. All of those questions are still looming, but we're going to take a little bit of a breather and just kind of get ready for whatever the next season is for us and for our family.
Yeah, absolutely. This is kind of a transition period, and we're excited to see it all unfold, and believing and trusting that it's going to be good.
So we've got a handful of questions that you guys have sent in on Instagram, so we're just going to answer a few of them.
Question number 1, are you guys crazy? Probably.
Nope.
Probably.
Probably. Doesn't
Probably.
feel crazy, and it doesn't feel scary. It doesn't feel... I mean, when you make a big decision like this and you really pray about it, what did you say?
I say, yes, it does.
When you make a decision that's really large like this and you've spent a lot of years praying about it and seeking wise advice and counsel and talking to many people and trusted people and having other people pray for you and, kind of help you navigate this season, there's a real peace that comes knowing that you're not just flippantly making a wild, rash decision. So we feel really good about where we're currently at, even though there's still so many question marks.
100%.
And in case you can hear Marley, we brought our dog with us.
That in and of itself was a real adventure.
Yeah, it's a lot of work to import a dog to Malaysia from Canada.
It's harder to get a dog into another country than it is to get a human into another country, right?
Hey, stop. She's getting used to condo life, and every time someone's in the hallway, she makes that noise. So, number 1, why Malaysia? Out of everywhere in the world, why are we taking a sabbatical in Malaysia?
Well, there was a couple of factors, right? So one of the factors was cost of living, right? We had resigned from our job, so we're mostly unemployed, and so we wanted to go somewhere where the cost of living would be low enough that we could just kind of stretch our savings and our resources during this season as much as we can, and yet we wanted to be in a place that had also a decent quality of life, right? Cost of living, quality of life, balance was there. The weather, the climate, right? We want to be somewhere warm and hot, having, come from Canada where it, the Canadian winters we've had enough of, right? And so going somewhere where we're not going to experience a Canadian winter, that was a definite plus. English is spoken really widely here in Malaysia, and so that was definitely one of the drawing cards. There's I have a couple of friends from college that live here in Kuala Lumpur, and that's been a real blessing for us as well, to be able to have a couple of people that we can call on, both to hang out as well as just to kind of help show us around a little bit and give us some tips and some advice about living in Kuala Lumpur and being here in the city, and where are the good spots to go and where are places to perhaps avoid. And so, yeah, all of those things, right, kind of came together to bring us here.
We had a long list that we were looking at of nations that fit all of that criteria, minus the friends from college being here. And really, once we started looking into Malaysia, something inside of us left, and we both were like, this is where we're supposed to go. We just knew. We just had a peace and a real sense that this is where we should say yes to. So,
Here we are.
Here we are, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. This question we get a lot. Do you really not know what's next?
Yes.
Yep, we really don't know what's next. Yeah.
Next question.
Yeah, once we know, we'll tell you. But we're still just waiting and praying and trusting that the answer is going to come when it's supposed to come.
So if you're hiring, email us at...
Are the girls with you, and how do they feel? So yes, the girls are with us in Malaysia. However, at the moment that we're filming this video, they are not. They were here for about
just over 3 weeks, or just under, right around 3 weeks.
Yeah, they were here just around 3 weeks with us as we all kind of got used to what it's like here. Our first impressions of Kuala Lumpur, me getting sick, the whole thing. And then we had agreed before we came that we were going to send them back to Canada, back to our home, for a few weeks so that they could visit their friends and family and participate in their youth groups, young adult retreat and youth camp. We sent our kids back on an airplane to head back to Canada for a few weeks, and then they will be returning back here once that's done.
So right now it's just you and me, baby.
And then how do they feel? You know what? We'll have them share on another video with you guys how they feel. So far they are learning all the things we're learning about a new culture and what it's like to be here. They're enjoying it. When they said that, when they were talking about going home and then flying back here, they made the comment, I'm not looking at all like, oh no, I have to come back here. I'm looking forward to when this youth camp and young adult retreat is finished, coming back and spending more time in Kuala Lumpur. But we'll let them share that with you guys in a future video.
They've texted us a couple times and said that they miss us, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. And then the girls' schooling. So Olivia was finished her second year of university doing an undergrad, and she has put a pause on that. She's taking a little bit of a break until we figure out kind of what's next. She's also looking into maybe transferring to an online university, but in the meantime, she's taking a semester or two off just to kind of figure out for herself what's next.
She's not dropping out. She's just
Yeah.
hitting the pause button.
Yeah, she has to finish her undergrad and then she wants to go on and get a degree. So Isabella is in grade 11, and we were able to enroll her in a local school back home and tell them that we're traveling and we don't know when we're going to be back and we don't know what that's going to look like or whatever. And they were so great. They enrolled her in an online program, and so she is taking online grade 11. And the time difference has been something that she's had to adjust to because her teachers are up and able to answer questions when she's sleeping, because there is a 13-hour time difference between us and back home. But other than that, you know, she's doing really good. She just sent us a message today with an assignment that she scored perfect on.
Yeah, 20 out of 20 for photography.
Yeah, yep. So she's loving it. She's doing really good. How long are you planning on this season lasting?
We don't know. Because we don't know what happens next, we don't know what happens next, right?
Yeah.
So, but
I mean, we picked a place with a lower cost of living, and we have other places on that list too. If we, after a number of months, say, okay, let's move on somewhere else, we have other options of places we could go and kind of settle down somewhere else again and still maintain a low cost of living. But we kind of figured we have around a year of a safety net. We're hoping it doesn't take a year.
yeah, we're not thinking that it's going to take a year, but we've just tried to plan for, because there's a lot that's unknown, then you want to try to plan for, well, what if the process is different than maybe what you envisioned it, right? And so,
What if the problem?
yeah, what if, right? But I think we envisioned that there was going to be a few months of this transition period, and yet we didn't want to position ourselves where, well, if it takes a little bit longer, then we're asking one of you to let us sleep on your couch, right? And so, and so we've given ourselves some runway and some leeway, and we'll see what happens. But we're hoping and trusting and believing that door's going to open into a next season sooner than later, and and then we'll share it with you.
Yeah. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Let us know kind of what's on your mind, what you're thinking about. Coming up, we're going to share a video with you that shares our first impressions of Kuala Lumpur, as well as sending our kids back on an airplane. And then we're also going to give you a little bit of an insight as to what happened that got me in the hospital for a couple of days, and we'll post a video about that. And like I said, every Thursday there's still going to be an interior design video, so keep your eyes out for that. You guys, we hope that as this channel continues to grow and evolve, that you're gonna love the additions to the channel as we expand and begin to show you a little bit more of our lives and what's going on, as well as some of the design elements that we're seeing in other parts of the world. We hope you guys really enjoy that and that you want to continue to be a part of this growing community here on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for subscribing, for sharing these videos with your friends and family. We really appreciate it.